What is up, you guys? Thank you for watching this Spade Shades video. Yesterday, after I posted my review of the Black Fontaines, as many of you know, if you know anything about the Fontaines, you know that it's possible to do something a little extra with this deck that Zach Mueller likes to call the Vintage Holdout. Now, before I got them, I was pretty confident. I knew what the move necessarily was or how to do it, but I wasn't sure, so I tried to peruse around and find a tutorial, but I couldn't seem to find one. So I decided today that I would bring you a tutorial for it. Now, what I will say before I do this, I do not own this move. Obviously, it is Zach Mueller's. It comes in a paid for it tutorial, which I did buy off of the wire. But I feel that it's something advertised so much by Zach himself and most people, and it's really hard to get a hold of a download. I just feel like it's something you need to know. So I'm going to kind of break a little code here that I usually keep for myself, and I'm going to show you how to do this move. So first off, I'll show you what it looks like. You can see here that I have an empty hand. And you can see here that my hand is empty, and this hand is empty as well. Okay, nothing special going on about the box or anything like that. Both hands are empty. Okay, now watch. Box is still good, and just like that. Okay, now ignore my little foolishness with the card there. Now, this move is absolutely astonishing. It gets absolutely amazing reactions from people, and that's why I feel like you should know this. And I feel like if you pay for this Fontaine deck, you kind of deserve it. So, but like I said, this is not my move. So I'm going to show you what goes on here. Check that out. There you go. You can see here this design on the front of the box was made like this intentionally for this move. The only other deck that I know of that has the same design that allows for this move to be performed is the Bicycle New Fan Back deck. That's the only one that I know of. Now, I'll show you here this way. Let me just go ahead and get those out of the way. Now, an easy way to do this is if you pull this deck out and you're thumbing through it, whatever, you do some, some foolishness with the cards, whatever, get some good reactions. This is a great finisher for your ACR routine. So, let's say that the Ace of Spades was your chosen card and you left with it on top. Okay. You're going to get the deck, and you're just going to start to put it in there, and you want to go ahead and slide your card in just a bit. Just slide it in just a bit, and the reason I say that is because if you push the entire deck in together at once, this card will fit perfectly where it's supposed to go. It'll go exactly where it's supposed to go. Okay, so there you go. That's a way to sort of execute it. Okay, so once you have that, close your box up, go into your hands, and you say, you know what, my hands are empty, nothing special going on about the box, this hand is empty, whatever, wave over it, and let me get this position right. You wave over it, and you just pull that card out with your palm, keep it in your palm. I usually like to, you come down far enough so they see the top of the box, come up on the side. You can even do this number here, and then just really quickly, just like that, and just wave it back over, and it looks like the card has appeared out of nowhere. Now, this is really fantastic. By now that I've showed you, I really hope you've realized what's going on. But there is the box is cut right here. It's just a slight alteration, and you might be a bit nervous doing it, but it really is quite noticeable. I probably did this maybe 20 times today, and never, not once did someone say, oh, you know, the box, blah blah blah, you know, or whatever. So just take an X-Acto knife. You don't want to take scissors. You don't want to do this with scissors, okay? Because you might puncture through the back side of the box or something like that, and you could potentially ruin the box. Get an X-Acto knife. If you don't have one of these, you know, if you're looking at this and you're I would say under the age of 18, your parents probably have one. But if you are 18 or older, you don't know where to get one of these, just go to a craft store, local craft store, or a hardware store, and you can pick one of these up for like $8. It's pretty cheap. So what you're gonna do is, here I have an unopened Fontaine deck. You're gonna see this this bottom white line here, this bottom white line right underneath playing cards. You're gonna take your X-Acto knife and you're gonna cut right down that white line. If you can get in the center of the white line, that's like the golden place. That's the best place to have that cut at, okay? If you can get right in the center of it or right underneath it, okay? One thing you don't want to do is you do not want to cut above it, okay? Because A, you don't want to cut anything from playing cards out, because what happens is whatever you cut, like let's say that you cut let's say you cut at this top white line, okay? Let's say you cut at this top white line right here. Whenever this card is inside, that's all that you're going to see, and then the card is going to start. And that's obviously not how the back design looks, okay? The back design, you can clearly see playing cards. So if you don't cut on the right white line, then that entire part, that playing cards part, is not going to be visible, okay? Because it's going to be underneath the card. So you want to be sure that you cut at that bottom white line and try to cut either in the center or below it, okay? One of the two. But you want to get it as close to center of that white line as possible, and then it will work the best that way. So that is the Vintage Holdout. Another great thing about this, if you're kind of nervous about this card getting damaged if it's hanging out, you know, and you're wearing like a button-up shirt, this is all I did today. I had a button-up shirt. I kept it loaded in the deck like this, and just toss it in your shirt pocket. Just throw it in your shirt pocket. It's not going to get damaged. If you're nervous about that and you got like a card clip, stick it in like this, get it prepped and ready to go, and stuff your card clip on it. Okay, so that's pretty much it, man. That's all the Vintage Holdout is about. So there you go. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.